Okay, let's talk about our third round of IVF. So in a normal situation, you get eggs, you get embryos, you test them, you get chromosomally normal embryos, and you have a healthy baby. Now, that's not the case because not every country, every clinic, or every person chooses to do PGTA testing, and there's many reasons for that, which we can get into in another video. But for now, let's talk about what we did and why. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 eggs. Now, due to normal IVF attrition rates, we lost some. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 were mature. Of those 7 that were mature, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them fertilized with my husband's sperm. Now, of the 5, so normally on day 5, clinics push the embryos to blastocyst stage, which is day 5, so that they can be biopsied and sent for PGTA testing if that's what you're doing. Now, what we did is different. What we did is we froze some on day 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we froze 4 embryos on day 3. Now, why did we do that? Because the idea is to give every single embryo a chance. So one of these could potentially be chromosomally normal, but between the days of day 3 to day 5, we would have lost it in the lab. Whereas if it was in my stomach, maybe it could have grown, because one of the other reasons for day 3s is the idea that, especially for women over 40, that embryos can actually grow better and do better actually in the womb. Now, the other reason is because sometimes they could even potentially autocorrect. So if they're chromosomally abnormal, they correct themselves in the womb. So the idea is really to give every single embryo a chance so we don't lose any and potentially have success. Now, also people who don't get very many embryos, say you only get 1 or 2 embryos, a lot of they freeze day 3. They potentially could be freezing day 3 so that they give every single embryo a chance and you're not losing embryos due to all the different attrition rates of IVF. Now, in an ideal situation, you do as many rounds as possible and you get as many good tested embryos, but that's not the case financially, emotionally, physically, for so many people. So what else we did is we also pushed one of these to blastocyst stage. So we chose one based on the grading. They all have different grades. All of the 4 days and the 5 days, or the 3 days and the 5 days, have different grades. We pushed one to the blastocyst stage. It was a risk, but we took it and it made it. Now, the reason we did that is because day 5's blastocysts have a higher pregnancy rate than day 3's, which is why it's kind of like a gamble. It's all kind of like a total guess, crazy decisions, gamble. You have no idea what you're doing. You're just making the best of the hard situation. Now, PGTA testing, we didn't do any. So the risk is that we could be implanting some of these frozen embryos when the time is right, and we could they would not implant, which is always a risk anyway, or that we could have a loss due to chromosomally abnormal embryos, which we've already experienced, and we know we have issues with chromosomal abnormalities, so it's a very big risk what we're doing, but it is the only way for us to have a miracle as well. So reach out for any questions. Okay.